Uh-huh. 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 Ow.
Hey everybody, it's D. Wiley. How y'all doing? I gave in and decided to lower my Hellcat. So Summit Racing is literally maybe 2 blocks or maybe a couple miles up the street from my house. So this morning I went and picked up some lowering springs, and it looked like it's a pretty easy install from what I've seen on YouTube. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these put on. I'm gonna start on the front tires first so I can get this this kit here that I stopped by AutoZone and picked up, the spring compressor kit. It was $60 to rent, and they actually let you keep it for 3 months, which I'm gonna take it back today. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get these front tires knocked out first so I can get it back up there to them. I'm gonna go ahead and get the car jacked up and get it put on a stand and get this front wheel taken off, and I'll go ahead. All right, everybody, so I'm pretty much got all my bolts loosened up. So I'm gonna go over what you have to do to get this strut and spring out of here. You got your control arm bolt here, which I've already taken it off. It's actually pretty easy too. Just go in there and took that off. And then you have this bolt down here, which I hadn't pulled it all the way out yet, but you got that one. And I used a, what size is this? A size 19 socket. There you go, size 19 socket for both of those bolts to get them off of there. And then there's also this little cable here. I think it's for the brake line. Got to reach back here and disconnect that, which is right there. So I can't do it with 2 hands. I mean, with 1 hand and video at the same time, but you got to disconnect that little cable there. And then you got your 3 bolts up here, which I've already loosened them up, and it should drop out of there. So I just wanted to go over the bolts and the that little harness there that you got to disconnect real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all that stuff taken apart, and then when I get ready to pull it out of here, I'll start the video back up. Okay, I want to go over something real quick that I just something I forgot to do. On the sway bar here, adjust my camera so I can set it down. Okay, on the sway bar here, this bolt here, I just took off. Well, I started getting it off, and then the bolt started spinning on me, and the whole thing started spinning. And you know, I replaced some struts on a Camry a while back, and I had to use an Allen wrench to stick in there to stop it from spinning. Well, this was different. I actually just had to get a wrench, a smaller wrench, to put on the end and hold that, and then take the bolt off. So now the bolt is off, I can get the sway bar, disconnect it from it, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and it'll be ready to take out of here. So I'm gonna pause it for a quick second to save my battery and video time, and before I completely pull it out of here, I'll start it back up so you can see me do that. All right, I'm back. I ran into a little confusion here because I couldn't seem to get this control arm loose. A little research, I found out I had to go get me a, what is this thing called? An arm puller. So I'll get this on here. And you want to leave the bolt on here towards the end so this thing can catch when it pops loose. All right, finally got that thing to pop loose. That was some work. So, but basically, this is what you need. Just stick it on there, make sure you don't get it around that rubber piece, and just keep spinning, and it finally popped loose. So now, let's see if I can get this bolt back off of here. Okay, I got it loose, and This thing should just come right on up out of there. I don't know. Some way or another. They might have to let you stop just a little bit more. There we go. There we go. All right. Came this out. There we go. Okay, I got this strut finished. Got the coil on there, so now it's ready to go back in. So hopefully, this is a pretty easy process. Actually, it's not that bad. So hopefully, it'll go back in pretty easy. Let's see. All right, I got it in there. Basically, now I just got to tighten everything up. Just wanted to point out a few things real quick since it's starting to get dark out here. It was easy to get back in there. I just had to I didn't have my arm here drop down low enough to give me enough room, but all I had to do was just push down on it. It dropped down, gave me enough room to get the sway bar linked back in there, as you can see. I just got my jacked that thing up a little bit to get it straight enough to where I could get my sway bar back in there. And I got this in, so now all I got, and Loctite. Make sure you use some Loctite to tighten all these bolts back down. So now it's just a matter of tightening everything down. This stuff, I hadn't found any torque settings. It wasn't that hard getting this stuff off, so I'm just going to try to, when I feel like it's kind of tight enough, I'm going to throw a little extra and then just stop. But anyway, that's it for the front. I'm going to knock out the other side real quick so I can get this kit back to AutoZone, and then I'll do the back. And when I get to the back, I'll start it back up.
Ow. Talk to him. I mean, sometimes you got people going against you and you just got...
All right, y'all. I am on the back here. Which, as you can see, I got the car jacked up. Got the jack stands and all that. And I think my flashlight might be getting ready to go down, but the back light is going to be a lot easier than the front. Got this bolt right here and a bolt right here. I think once I pop this one out, this thing should just drop down. I can take this out, put the new one in there, so hopefully the light will stay charged long enough for me to do this real quick. Y'all can see it. Jacks and all that off. To get this back one off, there's a bolt here, which I supported it on my jack while I got the bolts loose. So took this bolt out here, there's one here, and to get this bolt, which is pretty long, as you can see, to get it all the way out of here, I had to take the this rear bracket off the exhaust system here at the very back. I don't know if y'all can see that because it's dark, but that just that little bolt that holds it up, that bracket, I took it out. Maneuver this exhaust a little bit, and I got it just enough to get this bolt out of there. So now, take this one out. Should give me enough room to get that spring out of there. This would be a whole lot faster if I would just use my impact drill, but I'm just gonna do it like this. It's almost out. All right, got the bolt out. I don't know how I'm gonna get this light to stay up. Yeah, let's do that. That'll work. So y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay. So that give me enough room to hopefully maneuver this spring out of here. There we go. There we go. It's a lot easier than the front, that's for sure. Got this back one out. Taking out the little rubber seat here. Oh. And here's the replacement. And this thing, make sure you see it right. It's kind of hard to not get it wrong, but you just slide it on there and twist it till it stops, and it's in there. And then the trick is gonna be the seating at the top too. There we go. At least get it up in there. There we go. There we go. Now I just got to make sure I get it seated right. I have to borrow this flashlight. Okay, there we go. I see it. And it just twists the same way this one did. Yeah, just twist. And it's in there. That's it. Just like that. So now, I'm going to jack it back up. And then put the bolts back in and we'll be done. Finally got it back on there. Got the bolts in. I gotta tighten everything down. This is by far a two-man job. I do not recommend trying to do this by yourself. Trying to get those holes lined up with the jack and control all that stuff at the same time was a beat down, but I got it. So I got to get everything tightened up. Get the tire back on, and I got the back driver's side left, and I hadn't decided if I'm gonna tackle that tonight or just call it a night and finish it tomorrow. But anyway, all I did was take out, where is it at? That bolt there just connected to the strut, and then that bolt back there disconnected. Drop this piece out right here. Kind of show y'all the light, but the part that the spring is seating on, I just dropped that out of there, and it came right on out. You want your springs that the way you seat it is